3 numbers that tell you exactly where you stand financially, and most people don't know a single one of them. Last episode we talked about the mindset, the beliefs running in the background that keep people stuck. But now we need to get tactical. Because a good mindset with no data is just positive thinking. And positive thinking doesn't pay rent. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. You can't fix what you haven't measured. And most people, especially people in their 30s, 40s, 50s who've been earning a paycheck for years, have never once sat down and calculated their actual financial position. They know what they make. They kind of know what they spend. But they don't know the score. And that's like playing a basketball game with no scoreboard. You're running hard, you're sweating, you're putting in the work, but you have no idea if you're winning. Today we're putting the scoreboard up. 3 numbers. That's all you need. Number 1, your net worth. This is the scoreboard. This one number tells you more about your financial health than your salary, your job title, or the car in your driveway. Here's the formula. It's almost embarrassingly simple. Everything you own minus everything you owe. That's it. Your bank accounts, your retirement funds, equity in your home if you own one, investments, that old 401k from the job you left 6 years ago. Add it all up. That's the own side. Then the owe side. Credit cards, car loans, student loans, mortgage balance, that money you borrowed from your cousin and keep pretending you forgot about. Add that up too. Own minus owe. That's your net worth. And here's the part that stings. For a lot of people, that number is negative. Or close to zero. And that's after years of working. Years of earning. Maybe decades. But that's not a reason to panic. That's a reason to pay attention. Because now you know. And knowing is the whole point. You don't calculate net worth to feel good. You calculate it to create a baseline. A starting line. From this point forward, the only thing that matters is that number going up? Every month, every quarter, is the line moving in the right direction? Number 2, your cash flow. This is the engine. If net worth is the scoreboard, cash flow is what moves the score. Cash flow is simple. Money coming in minus money going out. Every month. Most people focus on the income side. They think the answer to every financial problem is make more money. And look, making more money is great. But if you make $10,000 a month and spend $10,500, you're still going backward. You've got negative cash flow. You're filling up a bathtub with the drain open. So before you think about earning more, you need to know where it's going. Not a rough idea. Not I think I spend about, the actual numbers. Pull up your bank statements from the last 90 days. Every coffee, every subscription, every treat yourself moment, every autopay you forgot you signed up for. That's your real spending, not the version you tell yourself. Now compare that to what came in. If there's money left over at the end of the month, that's positive cash flow. That's the raw material you'll use to build everything. Emergency fund, investments, debt payoff, all of it comes from cash flow. If there's nothing left, or worse, you're dipping into credit cards to cover the gap. That's the leak we're going to fix in episode 3. But right now, the job is just to see it clearly. Number 3, and this is the one that changes everything. Your freedom number. Most people have a vague goal. I want to be rich. I want to retire someday. I want to be comfortable. But none of those are real targets. You can't aim at comfortable. You need an actual number. Here's how you find yours. Take your monthly expenses, the real number, not the fantasy budget. Multiply it by 12. That's your annual cost of living. Now multiply that by 25. That's your freedom number. That's the amount of invested money you need for your investments to cover your life, indefinitely, without working. Spending $4,000 a month? That's $48,000 a year. Times 25, your freedom number is $million. Sounds like a lot. And yeah, it is. But here's the part people miss. You don't need to get there tomorrow. You need to start closing the gap today. And here's where it gets powerful. Every time you reduce your monthly expenses by even $200, your freedom number drops by $60,000. Read that again. Cut $200 a month from your spending, and the finish line moves $60,000 closer to you. That's not a sacrifice, that's leverage. This is why knowing your numbers matters. When you can see the target, you can start making moves that actually shrink the distance. When you can't see it, you're just wandering. So let's recap what you're walking away with today. Net worth, your scoreboard. The one number that shows where you actually stand. Calculate it today, track it monthly. Cash flow, your engine. Money in minus money out. Positive cash flow is the fuel for everything you'll build from here. Freedom number, your target. Annual expenses times 25. That's the number where work becomes optional. 3 numbers. That's the entire financial dashboard. You don't need 12 apps and a spreadsheet with 40 tabs. You need these 3, updated regularly, and the honesty to look at them even when they're ugly. Because here's the thing, the people who build wealth aren't the ones who earn the most. They're the ones who know their numbers and make decisions based on reality instead of feelings. Next episode we're going after the leaks. Because now that you know your numbers, now that you can see the cash flow, you're going to notice things. Subscriptions you forgot about, spending habits that don't match your goals, money walking out the door every month that you never even think about. Episode 3 is where we plug those holes. Because you can't fill the bucket until you fix the bottom. That's next. Follow the series so you don't miss it. If this helped you see your money differently, save it and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And follow Wealth in Motion. Every episode builds on the last.